In der Heimen was Simches, in Wien oder Zkenz, macht man noch jenem Chotsch, es macht nicht ganz Sens. Sie leben von sich, wer will abnehmen.
Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. Today we'll discuss halacha on this week's Parsha, Parshat Mishpatim. Parsha talks about different disputes that goes on between people, and amongst them is v'chiyirivun anashim, people fight, and somebody gets hurt. He's laying in bed, he can't go to work, etc. So the person who caused this damage has a list of things that he's responsible to pay. And the Torah says that he has to pay sheves, boishes, unemployment, and the tsar, and the suffering that he caused this individual. But the last couple of words, it finishes off, rak shiftoi yitain, v'rapoi yirapoi. He also has to pay for his unemployment, the fact that he's not able to work, and also for rapoi yirapoi. Rashi brings that Ketargumoi, what does it mean, rapoi yirapoi? Yishalim schar harofe. He's responsible to pay the doctor bills. There's a very interesting Ramban here, when the Ramban says, why didn't he just put them all in one group? The Torah should have put them all in one group. All the things that he has to pay. Rak shiftoi, urefuasai yitain. Says the Ramban, the reason why the pasuk breaks in between and says rak shiftoi yitain, v'rapei yirapei, a very interesting thing. That the unemployment he pays the person who he hurt. The doctor's bills, the person who got hurt cannot say, pay me and I will find a way to give it to the doctor. No. You should make sure the person who's responsible should give the money to the doctor himself. The doctor, no middleman. Make sure the doctor gets paid for healing this individual. It's very famous that the Chazal tell us that v'rapoi yirapoi, it says twice the word rapoi, refuah. So the Gemara tells us, Mikan shenitna reshus leroife lerapos. From here we know that a doctor has the permission to come along and heal an individual, a yid. What is the chiddush? What's the reshus? What's the permission? Because, as the Rashi and Mefarshim explain, a person might come along and say, if God forbid the Eibishter made a person sick, it's the Eibishter's duty, or the Eibishter, if he feels it's right, will heal this person. Who is this that has the guts to get involved in heavenly matters, things that the Eibishter is doing? So a person might be hesitant to get involved with healing people, which seems to be a spiritual or heavenly matters. So the Torah tells us, V'rapei yirapei mikan shenitna reshus l'roifei l'rapos, that the Eibishter, the Torah, expects and wants and gives permission to a doctor to help an individual or people who are sick. That the Torah wants it to happen. And if you look in Shulchan Aruch or in other Sifrei Poskim, they say it is part of the mitzvah of Hashavas Aveda. Just like when someone loses something, we have a chiyuv to return what a person lost, and we have to try to help provide a person what he's lacking. So too, Rahman al-Atzlan, somebody who loses his health, part of a Yiddish responsibility is Hashavas Aveda, to try to give him what he needs to find back what he should be like. And so much so that there is a discussion in Halacha and Shulchan Aruch, Yeredeya Siman Shin Lamed Vav, if this is correct, that it's part of Hashavas Aveda, just like somebody is not allowed to charge for returning a lost object, because that's the Jewish responsibility, perhaps it's questionable if a doctor is allowed to charge for his duties. And the halacha is brought that a roifei asur lito schar hachachma v'halimud, he's not allowed to charge for his wisdom or for what he studied how to heal people, because that's like the mitzvah, and you don't charge for doing a mitzvah. Avos schar ha'toirach v'habatala mutter. He's allowed to charge for the fact that he's busy doing this and he doesn't have any other form of employment. So you see a perspective about refuah, Hashavas Aveda, mitzvah. There's a very famous Chassidish text that says, Mikan Shenitna Rishus L'Roifei L'Rapos, that Mikan, from different Hasidic circles say about their Rebbe, or their leader. Mikan, from the Rebbe's room, from the words of the Rebbe, from the words of the Tzaddik, it becomes a Rishus L'Roifei L'Rapos. It gives the powers to allow the Roifei to do the right thing. Everything we find, every part of the refuah is definitely connected to the spiritual matter. In halacha it is brought that Rahman al-Atzlan, somebody who is a Baal Mum, in Hilchah Shliach Tzibur, so the Chacham Tzvi says, the Chavis Das says, that a person who is a Nebuch, a Baal Mum, Begashmi, shows that spiritually, in the upper world, Rahman al-Atzlan, he is a Baal Mum. So in every healing process, the physical gashmistic refuah is totally dependent on the spiritual refuah, and that's why in the Mishaberach, what we say when we bless somebody who's nebuch nishgezund, we say refuas hanefesh, refuas haguf, because the refuas hanefesh is definitely something that hastens and helps the refuah of the guf. Rapay Yerapay. There's a lot of beautiful explanations and Chassidish teaching on these two words, besides the halacha part. The halacha part, it's brought in the Gemara that a person, when he chooses a city to live, Ir she'ein ba roifei, ein Talmud Chacham rashai ladar bai. A Talmud Chacham should not live in a city where there's no doctor. Who is a suitable doctor? So again, you look in Shulchan Aruch, it goes in Siman Shin Lamed Vav Sif Aleph. It says only somebody who knows what he's doing and has a feel for what he's doing and he's a baki should get involved in life and death matters. So it's a serious din, even in halacha, the perspective of a doctor. But nice teaching about rapay yerapay. For example, the Balaturim says that the person who, in our pasuk, where a person caused damage to somebody, and the guy is sick and he has to go to the doctor, he's responsible to pay for his healing. But only if the patient listens. If the patient is outsmarting the system and he doesn't listen to the doctor, you don't have to continue paying him. Other taichin, why does it say twice, rapay yerapay, is because by a roifei gashmi, there's a difference between the refuah that Hashem heals a human, Hashem heals a person, or lahavdol a roifei gashmi. By a roifei gashmi, it takes time. Take medicine, go through therapy, etc. So it's rapay yerapay. It takes time. By the Eibishter, it's rega kemember. The refuah happens quickly, if only the Eibishter wants. By a roifei gashmi, it is nabach. Sometimes you have to go through a phase of suffering to get the final refuah. By the Eibishter, it's the refuah is quickly and without any tsar. And perhaps that's why the Rabbeinu B'chai says, every time we find refuah discussed by a roifei gashmi, it's a pay. It's a letter pay. Rapoi yerapay. It sounds bedogish. An emphasis of harshness. There takes time. It's sar rachman l'tzlan. Whenever the pasuk talks about the Eibishter doing refuah, it's always with a fei. Rifa'eni Hashem. Haroifei l'shvorei leiv. Ani Hashem roifecha. All expressions that the Eibishter does do refuah, rega kememra. Shekayach, and please join us again next week.